Good morning, you guys. It is October 23rd, 2018, and I'm here with your daily wisdom shot for the collective. I apologize for any banging you hear in the background. That is not the spirits. That is somebody giving my apartment building a facelift. So, as if the jackhammer last week wasn't bad enough, we now have banging. So I apologize for that. In any case, I pulled my big 17 card spread for today. So I'm just going to start getting the messages out of here now. So I feel like a lot of people are starting to make a really dedicated and forceful movement forward in getting unstuck out of the places where you've been stuck in your life. So for most people, those are really karmic situations, things like big issues that people have been trying to overcome over essentially this entire lifetime, possibly more. So those issues are getting ready to be released, and you're in the process of making, again, really decisive and intentional movement forward. So you kind of know what these issues are. With the King of Swords, I feel like you're very aware of them and you are making these intentional changes in your life. It's no longer kind of like grappling around in the darkness for it. You know what it is now, so you can make really selective moves. I feel like too that this is actually feeding new energy into your being and into your life, and it's like a new beginning. It's almost, with the Princess of Wands here, it's almost like an Ace of Wands kind of energy where it is just starting and it's brand new. It's like, I feel like it's like an infusion of new energy or something like that. So this is allowing you to break out of that Eight of Swords energy where you have been, that stuff that you've been stuck in and unable to move forward in. And that's going to be for you and for other people. I think that this, as a collective reading, really speaks to what everybody's going through right now. So you can certainly apply this to the other people in your life that they're probably going through the same stuff. I'm getting a little bit of a feeling that you're being able to bring yourself into balance more. Whenever I see these black and white horses with the Chariot, I feel like that is like yin and yang. That's bringing it into balance with really decisive and intentional choices and movement. The Prince of Wands, which is showing up in the next column right after the Princess of Wands, also tells me that there is some intentional movement forward, and it might feel uncomfortable and kind of ill-planned, or what's the word I'm looking for? It might feel really spontaneous at first, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. He gets it done. Even if he falls on his face for a second, he gets back up and he gets it done. And there's the Fool right after him. So I feel like that kind of energy is really about this new infusion of energy that's coming in. And it's really about being fearless and taking the steps forward. I think that there is a little bit more weighing of your choices than just the Prince of Wands, because you have the King of Swords in the column before that. But I feel like the energy propelling you forward is one of true passion and desire, like really wanting to make this change in your life and wanting your life to be better, wanting your life to be more aligned with your soul mission and what really resonates with you. And as a result, you're kind of changing what resonates with you because your energy is changing. So you want it to be in resonance with this newfound energy of happiness and joy and enlightenment. With the Sun card here, that's enlightenment to me. And there might be a little bit of a false start in the beginning, which I'm kind of getting with both the Prince of Wands and the Five of Wands, that there's just like this moment, and maybe a little bit with the Chariot here, where you're just like taking this moment to crash through the wall. But that is necessary and essential to moving forward. This could also just sort of highlight the fact that you're moving out of this energy here. So, don't expect that it's necessarily going to bring about any conflict. But if there is, you're not doing it wrong. You're just doing it. And that's the important thing, is just do it at this point. Stop waiting around for some kind of sign or synchronicity or some kind of somebody else to do something for you. It's not about everybody else in your life. It's about you and what you can do to move forward. This is a very masculine energy. And so I'm talking about the masculine energy within us. We can be talking about a person holding the masculine energy, but it's really the same. Like, our masculine side is also receiving the same kind of energetic downloads and changes and upgrades as people holding the masculine energy. So be aware that we're right now working through a lot of this masculine energy of the Chariot and the Sun, the Prince of Wands. And this is bringing us victory. So, and recognition. So this is kind of like taking your place in the universe, taking your place in your own life, empowerment, and I don't like to say winning at life, but that's kind of what comes up with this card, because I feel like the word winning is really low vibrational. But you know what I mean. Like, it is fulfillment, and it's an achievement within the context of spiritual advancement, right? So you're leveling up, so to speak, again, which we've been doing, week by week since at least March, I would say. Or May, whatever, depending on what cycle you're in. So this is sort of an achievement over the Three of Swords energy, which actually came up yesterday. So I feel like a lot of you might have worked through some of that stuff. If you didn't, then I would expect to work through it by the full moon, the 24th, which is tomorrow. And I think probably, depending on where you are, we may start slipping into it today. So expect this, or be in the state of expectancy that you're going to be overcoming and releasing this Three of Swords energy from your heart space. And you're going to be releasing this need to wall yourself or to protect yourself from these different emotional energies that are moving around, because in doing that, you're actually keeping yourself stuck in this Eight of Swords energy. That's what we talked about all yesterday, so I won't go back into that. But bringing in this energy of the Prince of Wands, who, while he might be a little bit brash and rash in his decision making and movements, he is going to allow you to step outside of the stuck energy. He's the one that's moving you out of this energy of being just tied up and making this movement into the Fool energy, where you're going forward. Once you get there, you've got like you're in this new place of being capable of manifesting further movement forward. So whatever that is for you, breaking down those walls frees you to start receiving in the energies and the partnerships and the movement that you've been desiring for so long, and you just I feel like you couldn't figure out why it wasn't happening. And then we uncovered this Three of Swords that was stuck in your heart space for so long, and the removal of that opens up a ton of energy and a ton of manifestation energy. So then you can be in the place of saying, okay, now I'm waiting for my ships to come in. So this is the Three of Wands. I know what I've put out there. I know what I'm waiting for. Now I'm holding the space to be able to do that, to be able to receive that. Okay. Those walls are coming down. Those things that were blocking that movement are going away. The last column in this reading is always like a conclusion. And there we have the Prince of Cups with the Death card, with the Seven of Pentacles and the Four of Wands. And to me, all taken together, I feel like this is that transition that you've been waiting for, and what needed to fall into place before this could happen was the opening up of this energy of unconditional love. This is like the unity energy. This is the balancing of the yin and the yang, the masculine and the feminine. This is also the redirection of your own love energy to be inward towards self, so that therefore you could direct it outwards then afterwards. Most people do it backwards. Most people try to give all their love away, expecting that to somehow create a return, expecting that somebody is then going to return that love to them. That puts all the energy outward and away from you. So of course that's not going to bring the love back in return. And so we're transitioning in how we understand this and how we feel that, and how the energy actually literally flows through our physical bodies. So our physical bodies are changing in the way that we allow the energy to flow, and that shows up here back in the rest of the spread, with the Chariot, the Prince of Wands, the Six of Wands, Three of Wands. All that stuff is talking about the way that the energy is flowing throughout our body, and we're really talking about passionate spiritual energy and unconditional love from the divine. So to me, that's where that originates, and we, being sparks of the divine, are still holding that energy and need to allow it to move freely. And we've taken down these walls and the blockages created by the heartbreak, the Three of Swords type energy. So we've been waiting so long. The seeds were always planted and ready to move forward, but we had to unblock all that stuff. So today is about unblocking it. The full moon is about unblocking it and making sure that once we pass that, we are here with the Four of Wands in this new place of stability and celebration. I feel like it's like it's like moving into a new house. If your body is your house, right? Your body is your temple. You're moving into your new temple. It's newly constructed, like the pathways inside of it are newly constructed to hold this higher vibrational energy, which is now pulsing through you in a different way, in a way that's bringing life to areas of your consciousness that have either never been awakened yet or have been dead and dying for some time, because of that heartbreak Three of Swords energy, which walled those areas off. Okay, so it's kind of a combination of this awakening energy of the sun and the opening and the allowing of the flow of energy that we're getting through the Three of Wands here and the Chariot, the Six of Wands. The bottom of the deck is the High Priestess, and a major piece of that is the moon. So I do feel like there's another indication that this full moon is really important for us in opening up those pathways. The High Priestess is also like this underlying hidden pathways and hidden knowledge and hidden abilities within us that are opening up with the opening of the channels for this energy to flow through. And so that's what we're doing right now. You know, like, you need to do the work. You need to look at the heartbreak piece that we talked so much about in yesterday's video in order to open these channels up. But to some extent, this is just being brought into us. This is being brought in for us. And the amount of success that we're going to have through this full moon does rely somewhat on how much we allow. So we need to be aware of integrating that feminine side of allowing, and not forcing, but allowing, if that makes sense. Okay. I'm trying to see if there's anything else I want to say. I don't want to keep repeating myself, because I know I have a habit of doing that, because the messages come through like cyclically. It's weird how they come through. But in any case, you guys should all expect a leveling up, and the distance you cover is going to depend on how much you're doing the work right now, how much you're really getting in there and letting, like, getting into it's like a mud pit, the dirty mud pit of your own heartbreak and pain that we need to release. And it's like, I'm feeling like it's not even just about, you know, whatever we've experienced in the last 5-10 years or whatever. This is like going back generations. This is going back an entire lineage. This is going back lifetimes. This is going back the entire feminine collective, or the entire masculine collective. This is big. This is a big thing. So go in those places. Walk into that dark room. Shine the light in there and see what you see in that room. Where's your inner child in that room, and what is he or she doing? What else is showing up in that room? Which dragons are there to be slain? Which, or integrated? Not all of them need to be slain. Some of them need to be integrated. Some of them are there to help you. Which, you know, boogie monsters are hiding in the closet? That's, you know, go through that visualization if that helps. Walk through that dark room with your flashlight, and what is appearing in those shadows. And that is the moon energy right there. So allow healing, allow the light of the sun to reach all those places, to open up those pathways, to allow this healing to occur. That's transformational. That's going to bring about your victory, your celebration, your stability, your leveling up. Okay? I hope this is helpful, you guys. Please like, comment, share. Every time you share, I feel like I'm getting more followers, so that's amazing. I just, you know, want these messages to get out to people so they can help, or so that they can help other individuals. And I just so enjoy doing this. Thank you guys for everything, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.